Now Disney nerds, I have come up with a brand new Disney tag called the Disney Alphabet Tag, where you name something that you love about Disney for every single letter of the alphabet. It could be Disney parks things, it could be characters, it could be movies, anything at all as long as it's Disney. So here we go, here is my Disney alphabet. A is for Ant-Man, which I think is my favorite Marvel movie, although I haven't put a lot of thought into it. B is for Buzz Lightyear, Bashful, and Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I've always loved Buzz Lightyear, Bashful is my favorite dwarf, and Bedknobs and Broomsticks will forever be one of my favorite Disney live-action films. C is for cast member because I am a cast member, and also Copper, the hound dog from Fox and the Hound, because he is so dang cute and I can't stand it and I literally start crying every time I see him. D is for Dick Van Dyke. I have always loved Dick Van Dyke, even as a little kid. I watched a lot of Mary Poppins and he always had a special magical sparkle in his eye, and I've always just seen him as someone very important and wonderful and just full of magic. E is for events because I host a lot of events at the Disney store and they're one of my favorite parts of my job. E is also for Elena of Avalor because I think she's a super important role model for kids and I genuinely really like her TV show. F is for Flounder, who has always been one of my favorite Disney characters. Flounder has a lot of anxiety, as do I, and we both seem to always get through it even if we are scared little guppies. G is for George of the Jungle. Yes, the classic Brendan Fraser film. I love that movie. G is also for Grim Grinning Ghost, which is one of my favorite Disney park songs. I love the Haunted Mansion. It is also the song that I sang in my Disney interview, which ultimately got me the job as a cast member. H is for House of Mouse. Please tell me you know about House of Mouse. There are so many amazing Disney crossovers that came out of that show. H is also for High School Musical, which is my favorite Disney Channel original movie, and as a kid my walls were plastered with High School Musical posters and I wanted to be Ashley Tisdale so bad, but clearly it never happened. I is for The Incredibles, which is my favorite Pixar movie. I don't know how I feel about Incredibles 2 yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. J is for Jodie Benson, the voice of our favorite Little Mermaid, Ariel. It's very funny because as a kid I watched the Little Mermaid VHS a million times, and beforehand there is Jodie Benson talking to some fish, and I believe she's introducing a bunch of commercials, and as a kid I had no clue that she was the voice of Ariel. I was just like, this lady is so magical. So I love Jodie Benson without knowing that she was the voice of Ariel. I just thought she was a very beautiful and wonderful woman. K is for Kermit the Frog because I just adore Kermit. He is so wonderful. K is also for Keep Moving Forward, which is my favorite Walt Disney quote. It is very important to me and it just reminds me that I should keep working hard despite any troubles that I have ever, which happen a lot. L is for Lizzie McGuire because I really love that show and I will forever have a crush on Gordo. M is for Monsters University because it came out around the time I was going to university and will forever be very important to me. M is also for Main Street, one of my favorite parts of Disneyland, and also Mulan and Moana. Yes, I'm jumping the gun and saying Moana is one of my favorite things about Disney. N is for New Orleans Square, one of my favorite parts of Disneyland and also one of the most beautiful parts of Disneyland in my opinion. O is for ornaments. I love the Disney ornaments they come up with each year. They are so beautiful. P is for Phil Collins. I have a very specific memory as a kid looking up at the TV watching the Strangers Like Me music video where Phil is singing and playing the drums, and I remember looking up at this bald man thinking, oh my goodness, I am so in love with him. And I was like 6 or 7 at the time, and ever since then I have loved Tarzan. It is my favorite Disney movie. I love that soundtrack so much, and Phil is just a very important part of my Disney journey. P is also for Disney pins. As many of you know, I am madly in love with collecting Disney pins. I've made many pin videos at this point, and I just love little pieces of metal with Disney characters on it. That's all they are at the end of the day, but I truly, truly love them. Q is for the Queen of Hearts. I have a lot of memories as a kid quoting Alice in Wonderland with my dad, including "off with their heads," and I just really like joking around with my dad. R is for Ray. I love Ray so much. She is such an important role model for little kids, and she has just taken the world by storm, and I am just in awe of her. S is for Splash Mountain, which is my favorite Disney ride, and S is also for Sam the Eagle because I love how drunk with American patriotism he is. And S is also for Disney sing-along songs, which is something I watched a lot of as a kid, and it's hosted by Professor Owl, and he teaches you the words to lots of different Disney songs, and it will always be a very important part of my childhood. T is for Tiana because she is my favorite Disney princess and always reminds me to keep working hard. T is also for Tokyo Disneyland because it is the very first Disney park that I had ever been to when I was about 5 years old. U is for for Ursula, my favorite Disney villain. V is for Vinylmations. I used to not collect Vinylmations, but then I started dating my boyfriend who does collect Vinylmations, and now I collect Vinylmations. W is for Walt Disney, of course, the man behind the mouse and my biggest inspiration. W is also for The Weekenders, which is a very underrated Disney Channel show that I really loved. X! What a difficult letter. It took me forever to come up with anything that started with X. X is for Disney XD because Phineas and Ferb was on that channel and I really love that show. Y is for You'll Be in My Heart, which is my favorite Disney song, also sung by Phil Collins, who I am madly in love with. And finally, Z is for Zootopia, a very important film, also Zippity Doo-Dah, one of my favorite Disney park songs, and Xenon, one of my favorite Disney Channel original movies, and Zetus Lapidus, we are done the Disney alphabet. Thank you very much for watching my video. I would like to tag my friend Rye to do the Disney alphabet tag next, and if you're interested in doing this tag, please go right ahead and then leave me a comment letting me know that you did so that I can watch your video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a magical day, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.